Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's Ameen here from Muslim CEO, and welcome to Ameen Reacts. This is a series where I look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of marketing online, really. Obviously, there's going to be a focus on Muslim businesses, organizations, but really it's whatever piques my interest, whatever is interesting, and whatever you can kind of learn from. Today, we're looking at something which is less on the good side. But that means it's good for you because you're going to be able to learn a lot from it, inshallah, right? So today we're looking at a crowdfunding campaign, and the interesting part here is it's a campaign from one of our previous clients. Okay, so Cambridge Islamic College. Let's see what they did well and what they could have done better. So I'm going to put myself over here. Let me just move myself over here. So, like I said, it's a crowdfunding campaign on LaunchGood. Great platform if you do it right. So if you put the effort in, if you channel your own audience, and if you really put the effort and time and use the strategies, you can really do great things here. You know, we've seen plenty of campaigns doing over $1 million raised through LaunchGood, and it's really that central area where people kind of trust. And there's a lot of reasons why LaunchGood, you know, there's benefits there versus doing it straight from your own website, right? Both have benefits, but here we are looking at a crowdfunding campaign. So I'll start right from the top. Will your donation build scholars, right? So this, I would say it's average, right? I'm not super excited about it, and it's not terrible either, right? It's a question, will your donation build scholars? I don't like the focus on donation, will your donation build, but it could be something like building scholars for the future of the UK Muslim community, something like that, a bit more inspirational rather than will your donation build scholars. For me, it's like they've gone halfway there, right? Halfway there. And not for the full way, right? So having a question, building scholars, that's good, but then will your donation kind of ruins it for me, okay? And then all they've done is put the same thing as the sub headline, which frankly, just kind of lazy, right? So we go down here, we can see that they've raised £20,000, I think since the beginning of Ramadan, maybe £20,000 out of 150, right? So that doesn't look good at all, right? That means when I come to this page, I'm like, okay, so they've got £130,000 left, and they're trying to raise that in 11 days. I'm out. Right? Because I don't feel like I'm contributing to them doing what they need to do. I don't know what it is yet that they want to use this £150,000 for, but I feel like I'm not really going to realistically help them to get much towards that because their goal is so far off from where they are. So even if the end goal is to raise £150,000, they should currently have their goal at, let's say, £25,000. So that would make them at 80%, I believe, 80% of their goal. And now it's like, okay, they're 80% of the way there. Let me jump on board. Let me see if I can push them forward, right? And just on a side note, we actually did a crowdfunding campaign with Cambridge Islamic College. I think it was a couple of years ago now. And alhamdulillah, we raised £70,000 or £75,000 in Ramadan in 1 month. So that was a good one. And that one started with a much lower initial goal, and we increased it as things as it went well, right? So that's in terms of the goal. Obviously 11 days left, which is strange because that's actually the end of Ramadan would be in 11 days. SubhanAllah, has gone by so quickly. Now we draw our attention over here to the left. So the picture, this is the picture that is going to be seen if you're just browsing through LaunchGood website, and it's not the best photo in that sense. It's got Sheikh Akram here, which, yes, it is their main teacher, and a lot of people love him. A lot of people respect his work and stuff. So that's good. But he's not smiling. He's not looking at the camera. It's really not the best. They could have they've added that kind of logo feature you can see there on the left side here, but they could have added something which draws more attention or has some text on it. They could have done like a kind of banner at the bottom or something, summarizing the impact of this campaign. But that's not been done. Now, as for the video is kind of lackluster because you can tell it's a very old video. I think it is anyway. And it says Cambridge Islamic College, an introduction. So this is, I think, when they opened the college, they filmed this video, and now they're just using that. So I think there is definitely an element of when people don't see you making effort, they feel like, why should they make an effort? right? So if you're using an old video and it's not a video specifically for this campaign, I think that puts people off, especially when you're going out there for £150,000. If you're going out there looking for, one, two, three, £4,000, then that's understandable. But I think this loses you points here for sure. Okay, now. Okay, let's get into the juice of it. So this is the story. So will you build scholars of Islam? Okay, starts with the questions. Quite good, drawing me in. Think for a moment. Your donation will be funding the teaching of the inheritance of the prophets, building scholars who will go on to affect millions of people, inshallah. So that's quite good. I think it goes a bit too suddenly into the whole thing. It's like before you've even told me what you're about, what you're trying to achieve here, what the impact will be. You're telling me, will you build, right? And your donation. I don't think that's the way you do it here. I think the way you do it is you tell a story, you talk about what you're all about, what you're doing here, what is the impact to be done here, to be had here, and then you say how you can help. You have a section which is how you can help. Oh yeah, if you donate, then this will happen and this will happen, right? So I think that would be better, but they've gone straight into it, right? Now they have a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Okay, gift. Donors also get access to our Cambridge Islamic Center courses. Okay, center or college, that's a bit confusing for me. Valued more than your donation, right? So okay, it's a bit mixed up here because, like I said, I would like more of a flow and a structure to it. So the first section is, what we're trying to do here. The next is who we are, right? Who's Sheikh Akram? Who is Cambridge Islamic College? Then it's where your donation will be used, and then finally it's the real push, like please help us, right? Something like that. I just did that off the top of my head, but it's mixed up. We got lots of different things going on in one section. Then we have a photo here, which is good to have photos of people. Sheikh Akram there, of course, so that gives you some credibility, so that's good. However, they said, we have purchased the building, the students have enrolled. They said the building, but what building are they talking about? Okay, so that's really a problem. We have purchased the building, so I don't know what building that is. The students have enrolled and the scholars are teaching. So, okay, that's good. I like the idea that, yes, we're doing this with or without you, but you need to have a stake in this because it's going to be so beneficial for your akhirah. I like that, but obviously it's like it hasn't been even double checked. We have purchased the building. Yeah. Okay, photo, like I said, is good. However, we urgently need your help to keep the college moving. This Ramadan, we are looking for just 1,000 special people to donate just £100. So I don't know. I know a lot of people use this, right? And so that's fair enough. But for me, that's not motivating. So that you have to find 1,000 people to give £100 each. Like, that's a lot. Like, it's a lot of people, and £100 is a lot of money. So, and for me, it's like, I might just be looking to give £10 or £20 or £30. So I'm not really sure about that one, although I understand a lot of people do kind of use that. So maybe it does work. Why donate? So then they go into why donate. There are a few reasons. So of course it's good to have the whole element of what's in it for you. What are you going to contribute to? That's good, but I just feel like you need to do more storytelling, and then you go into that at the end. And I don't know, maybe this is me nitpicking, but donate, I would prefer the word why contribute, why, so another word, right? But anyway, so you're supporting the inheritance of prophets, you're building students of knowledge, right? And it would have been good to say, okay, you've been doing this for a while. Where are the results? Like, who have you taught? What are they doing now? That would really, I think, allow people to get bought into it. You're giving Sadaqah Jariyah, establishing a one-of-a-kind institute. So that's cool. In the age of sound bites and snippets, support Cambridge Islamic College to empower the Ummah. Okay, so again, that could have been a slick line, in the age of sound bites and snippets, but there was no story before it about this problem of how, or there was nothing mentioning how Cambridge Islamic College is doing something different or something better in the age of sound bites and snippets, or going the opposite way while the whole world's going towards sound bites and snippets. So it's just a bit randomly put there. So overall, I think this is an example of a pretty bad story section of a campaign, right? It's too short for the amount of money that you're looking to raise. You need to sell it more, and you need more structure, and you just need more of those elements that persuade people, like who are we? What have we been doing? What results have we got so far? Who are the students and the graduates of Cambridge Islamic College? What are they doing these days? You know, what you know, because if I see that they've gone on to become imams or this or that, then I might that was really going to persuade me, right? So the formatting's a bit messed up there, and then this is a random bullet point, but I'll definitely let them off for that, because I had trouble myself with the formatting of this, the page builder kind of thing with LaunchGood. Okay, so that's it. Okay, then you can see over here, let me just move myself. So you can see the perks. So they got £30 and then £100 and then £300. Okay, so I mean, it's good that they're going for the higher level stuff. You know, what I've always learned is that it's good to have some level of low thing. So £5 or £10, that would have been good, where you don't give them necessarily anything. You just give them a dua, you know, just give them a jazakallahu khairan kind of thing. But they've started at £30 minimum. So seed plus £130 course. So you see, the whole element of naming the perks is to make it kind of storytelling, make it inspirational. But I think when you call it seed, that's cool, right? But then when you say seed plus £130, it kills the storytelling for me. So anyway, 40 hadith course by Sheikh Akram. May Allah bless you. Free gift. Okay, so they mentioned it twice, so I don't know why that is. Okay, cool. Yeah, then £100. So you get Surah Rahman and that. So you're just getting different levels of courses. Let's see if they do anything differently here. It's just each time a different course you get. Then £1,000 is really when you want to offer something special, like a one-on-one with Sheikh Akram, or a private Q&A live stream with Sheikh Akram, or something like that. A personal tour of the college, you know, lunch at the college with all the people that work there, something like that, right? Which is easy to arrange. But what is being given here? You get 4 courses. You get Deep Deen membership. So nothing too special for £1,000. It doesn't mean no one's going to give the £1,000. It just means you're not really incentivizing people that much. It's just whoever really believes in you. And it's like, how many people are going to really believe in you if your page is so short and unconvincing, to be frank, right? So then we look at £5,000. So Allahu Akbar, subhanallah. This is the highest giving level. Okay. May Allah bless you. Lifetime access to Deep Deen. Yeah, so for me, not enough is being given here, especially for these higher levels. You're giving courses which are recordings. Everyone knows these are recordings of courses. So you're giving them recordings which they know is very cheap or free for you to give them access to. They're giving you £1,000 or £5,000, and then all you're going to do is give them lifetime access to something which is pretty much free for them to give access to you for. So this is 1 year. Even this, you're giving £1,000, and they're still only giving you 1 year membership. So it's a bit stingy. I don't know if that's the right, a good word to use here. I just mean you need to give more to incentivize people. Okay, and then that's the rest of the thing. So overall, I think obviously this is one of the bad examples, of a crowdfunding campaign, but that's where you learn a lot, right? So I hope you've learned from this. I think and the reason, you shouldn't, and you can't be so harsh on a campaign that's just trying to get £5,000 or maybe even £10,000 for something that low, that level, this might be okay, right? You don't need to put as much effort. But when you're looking for that number, and when you're like a proper institute or whatever, then you need to really show you've put effort. And, I'm not surprised that they've only raised this much. There's 11 days left. We'll see how it goes. I know as well that they are running ads for this campaign, because I've seen the ads. That's how I discovered this. And they're only running one ad. So they're not testing any different images, any different ad copy. They're not testing anything. Maybe they're testing audiences, maybe, not sure. But they're not, testing anything else. So that's a bit concerning as well. So the reason I'm bringing up the ads is because they raised £20,000, but how much have they spent on ads? right? And for something like this, which is only going for 30 days, you kind of want to invest quite heavily in ads, especially initially, because then you can turn off the losers and keep the winners going and stuff. So yeah, this is a campaign which inshallah we can learn a lot from. Next video, inshallah, I don't know what order we're going to release these in, but next one I will be critiquing my own page, and I'll show you how I don't do things perfectly, but also I'll show you how it's all in context. If you're only looking to raise £1,000, that's different to raising £100,000. There's a different level of effort involved. And what you'll see in when I critique my own page is that I actually have a more developed, and there's been more effort put into my page, which is only asking for a very little amount of money versus the one looking for £150,000. So yeah, I mean, I think especially with all the competition out there, with crowdfunding, with LaunchGood, it's not the time. It's not the time to just throw a page up and then expect people to be generous. You need to convince them that this out of all the hundreds of campaigns, this is the place where your money should go. Okay, and that is when you can hope to reach this lofty goal of £150,000 in 1 month. Okay, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, was I too harsh, or did I miss certain things which were bad, or were there good things that I missed out as well? Let me know in the comments. This will be an ongoing series, inshallah, and look out for that video where I'm critiquing my own page, inshallah. This is Ameen from Muslim CEO. There will be a link as well in the description or in the comments for our free training if you're interested in that. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.